It says there's an error. Wait for a minute. Okay, go live. Oh, I think we're live. We're live. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, so here we go.
Welcome to the Monday Motivation with Eric and Friends podcast with your host, Eric F. King, featuring world-class speakers, coaches, and consultants. Join us every Monday as we dive into empowering conversations that motivate, inspire, and educate entrepreneurs. Kickstart your week with valuable insights that help you not just survive, but thrive. This is your go-to podcast to start your week strong and live your best life. Let's make Mondays the fuel for your success journey.
All right, all right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, wherever you are in the world. Great to see you all today. So, my name is Eric F. King, and I am joined by my good friend Zion Onaguru today. And we are super excited to share this message with you. We really believe it's going to help a lot of people today. The topic is how to build a personal brand that opens doors in 2026. A personal brand that opens doors. And I'll just start with just telling you a little backstory. As I was building my business as a sales coach, right, I was doing that for many years and having a lot of success and helping a lot of entrepreneurs 2x, 3x, even 10x their business. And someone reached out to me, a friend of mine, and said that I need to build a personal brand online. I said, what does that mean? I said, I don't know what you're talking about, right? She said, if you're doing a lot, but it's just in your area, right? If you build a personal brand online, it will attract people from all over the world, right? And you'll be able to help more people. And so I asked, what's a personal brand? So I'm going to tell you what she told me, right? She said, it's what people are saying about you when you're not in the room. That's what a personal brand is. What she said, it's what you're known for, right? It's how other people experience you when they see you, especially online. So I said, okay. So I started to build a personal brand. I started to do posts and videos and targeting my target market, and my business doubled. Then it tripled. Then it kept going, right? Because I built a personal brand. So today we're going to talk about that. And I have no better person to talk about that than my guest right now. This gentleman has built a huge personal brand. Okay, he has built a huge personal brand. Oh, and we have another incredible
You do.
gentleman
You
who has
do.
built a personal brand as well. All right, but we're gonna go with Zion first. So he's built a huge personal brand, especially on LinkedIn. I think he has like 30,000 followers, and it's not just people following him, right? It's they're engaged in all the things he does. He does events all the time, and he helps people from all over the world. And I won't steal his thunder, but you'll see what he does in a second. I've hired him many times to help me in my business. And so today, folks, you're going to hear from one of the best. Now, I do want everybody to put in the chat, just say hello. Tell us where you are zooming in today from. I just say hi, good morning from wherever, right? I want to shout you out. So make sure you do that, whether you're on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, wherever it is. Just put some in the chat so we can see you. All right. Give me 1 second. I think I need to do something here. Hold on. On LinkedIn. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep on going. If you don't see it on LinkedIn, then you go to YouTube or Facebook for now. But we got to keep it going. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up Mr. Positive Energy, Zion Onaguru. The floor is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric F. King. It's always a privilege to be here on the stage on a Monday morning like this. And I want to say a very big thank you to the amazing people who are joining us live from all over the world. To be here and have this powerful conversation on how to build a personal brand that opens door in 2026. Now, it's not just about having a brand. It's not just about having that brand that is just there being dormant. But one of the things I love about this topic, it's the B part, the brand that opens door in 2026. It's about opportunity. It's about involving in something that will benefit you personally and also financially as well. Because the whole goal of having brand is to be productive. The whole goal of having a brand is to, make an impact. And then at the end of the day, go home smiling because you have some money in your bank account. All right, I'm going to be sharing with us some of the powerful things that I do that can help you to build that personal brand of yours and that open doors in 2026. Firstly, I want to let you know that it does not matter who you are, you can have your personal brand. Personal brand is not limited to certain persons. It's not limited to those, who have the most knowledge or who have the most experience. Anyone, no matter where you are, no matter where you're from, we all can build a personal brand and have that brand that can truly make a global impact as it should be. So one of the key points I'm going to share with us on how to build a personal brand is this. Get your brand registered. I have to say this. It's very powerful because one thing I've learned is you have to build trust before you speak. Build trust before you speak. A lot of people want to do business with people who are fully registered. You want to do business with people who are recognized, brand that are recognized, brand that are registered, brand that they have the credibility to show for it that yes, I can truly work with you. A lot of persons have brand, but they are not being registered. They don't have that trust, they don't have that credibility for them to build. The world is full of so much noise, but there's one thing I've learned, it's credibility is currency. When you are being verified, can people go and say, okay, let me verify your company, verify your brand? If it's really verified, it goes a long way. So one thing I will share with us is make sure your brand is registered. Register your brand. So that when you register your brand, allow people know that you are serious. It allows people know that you are not experimenting, that you know what you are doing. Because we live in a world where so many people are experimenting. So many people want to try it out. But one thing that registering your brand will do for you, it gives you that signal of seriousness. It gives you that credibility that people are looking for to work with you. So if you have a brand that is not registered in your country, please do well to go register your brand so that you can be able to build credibility. Then secondly, when it comes to building a brand that opens doors, if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Showing up consistently and letting people know what you do is a game changer. We have a lot of people who have brand, but they don't talk about what they do. They don't talk about their brands. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows what you do. And you expect to have open doors. No. Open door opportunities does not come in silence. When you don't talk about what you do, nobody knows about what you do. So you have to show up consistently. If you have a brand, you have to show up. A lot of people show up only when it feels like, when they feel good, when it's okay, I feel like showing up to that shop. No. When it comes to building a personal brand, there is need for you to be committed. There is need for you to be consistent. There is need for you to show up every day if possible. Show up because people want to see what you do and how you can do it consistently. People want to see you and see how often you show up. It's not you show up today and the next time you're showing up in the next 6 months. It's in the next 1 year. No. People want to show up. People want to see you. People want to verify you. And one way they can verify you is to see that you are showing up. Is to see that you are committed in what you do. Is to see that you can be trusted. Is to see that, yes, what you are doing is not just a show, but you actually mean what you are doing. And by building consistency, it helps you to build familiarity. People get to know you. People get to like you. People get to trust you. People get to see your face. They're like, oh, I've seen Eric's face. I've seen Lenny's face. I've seen Zion's face. But your face I have not seen. So I cannot do business with you. So it's very important that we remain consistent in doing what you do. And in remaining consistent, there is need for us to communicate. By communicating is, who do you serve? What problem are you solving? And why are you different? Why should I recognize you? Why should I do business with you? It's in the process of being consistent in doing what you're doing that people get to see this thing. I will say this again. Opportunity is not in your room. They are where visibility lives. So when you show up consistently, that's when you become visible. People get to see you. So in building a brand that opens the door for opportunity, there is need for you to show up. There is need for you to stay visible. And lastly, I will end with this. Network your way to open doors. You want to have open doors in your brand? You want to have open doors in your business? Network your way to your open doors. One thing I've learned is business grows faster in relationship. If you want your business to grow faster, learn to build relationship. Learn to network. And you network with intention. Network, get to know people, support people, appreciate people, and create value where you are. A lot of people, you have a brand and you are believing for opportunity, you are hoping for open doors, and you're not going out. Nobody knows you. You don't even build relationship. You have to learn to build relationship. And in building relationship, you must learn to add value before asking. Don't come with needs, come with value. So be a brand that comes with value. When people meet your brand, when people get to have a conversation with your brand, it should be a brand that creates value, not a brand that is in need. And when it comes to networking, building genuine and authentic relationship is very, very important. Be genuine about your relationship. It's not about the take. It's also about give, and give. How can you impact people? How can you be a blessing to people? How can you support people's business? And one thing about networking is networking can help you stay visible. You be in rooms with people that can help push your brand, that can help put it in platform you never expect. That's where relationship matters. And a building relationship is start by a simple conversation. Who are the people you're having conversation with as a brand? Who are the people you're having that genuine relationship with as a brand? Access flows through relationship. Doors are opened through relationship. The door you want to be open, there are people already inside the room. The door that you want to be open to your brand, to your business, there's somebody standing at the door of the room. So the ability for you to build relationship with people who are already in the room will give you access to the room. So building a personal brand and open door in 2026 is doable. It's possible. You have to believe it. And believing it by doing the 30 step, register your brand, stay consistent by showing up visibly, and network your way to your open doors. So thank you so much, everybody, for listening. I yield my back to Mr. Eric.
All right. Thank you so much. That was powerful. What a way to start the week and a way to start the call. Appreciate that, Zion. Thank you so much. So it looked like on LinkedIn, it wasn't showing for a while. I don't know why. It was LinkedIn. It's not me. But it's showing now. Okay, so if you're on YouTube or Facebook and you want to get back on LinkedIn, we are there. We are live. So what I would want everybody to do is to get on LinkedIn if you can, and put in the chat where you are zooming in from today. We want to know where you are. Okay. So I see that Coral is there from Great Britain. We see Paula is on right now. So we want to see all of you. We know you're there. We just need you to put something in the chat to say hi. All right. Good morning, everybody. All right. So we're going to keep on going. And our next speaker is not new to personal branding himself, right? In fact, when I started, I said a brand is what people are saying about you, what you're known for. When I was connected to him, that's what they told me. They said, well, if you want presence on LinkedIn, this is the guy you need to get a hold of. Just send him a message. So that's what I did, right? And I sent him a message, and then we got on a call, and then before you knew it, we did our first event, then our second, then our third, right? And that's how my brand started to really build up on LinkedIn, right? Because of the gentleman that I'm about to introduce you to. So if 2026 is the year you want to build your brand, if 2026 is the year you want people to see you and know what you're doing and how you're helping people, then this gentleman I'm about to bring up is the guy you need to connect with. All right. So I hope I built up the urgency there for people to listen in, right? The curiosity, because that was the goal. All right. Without further ado, My good friend, Annie Osong, the fame expert. The floor is yours.
You're too kind, Erica. I would say that. Thank you so much for you make me blush as I see here that you trying to describe or introduce me. Thank you so much. Look, you mentioned just now, Eric, that there was a time when no one knew who we were. And I spent years on LinkedIn doing posts, just doing posts and doing more posts, sometimes twice a day. They said no, because I think we were told if you do posts and you got a website, they'll come to you, right? And that this is the whole point of business. If people come to you, you are going to make, you can serve more people. When you serve more people, as Mrs. Z said, you give value and they pay you. That's branding for you, right? I said, look, the world has changed. I've still got friends who rely on website traffic, for example. Is it important? Of course it is, right? But the point is that people will come to you while you sleep. So without personal branding, no one knows who you are, like Mrs. Z said, right? And if no one knows who you are, that means you're failing as a business. So you're leaving money on the table. You're letting others serve the people that you're there to serve, right? So personal branding is everything. And it's not about how you look. No one cares now. I know they do, but they don't. Your logo colors is not going to make you money today. I promise you. It's not, right? As long as it looks professional, as Mrs. Z said, as long as it looks professional, you look like a business. It doesn't look like your grandkid designed your logo. It doesn't. And your proper business. The trust factors are important, but it's not about your colors. It's not about the design itself. So your personal brand really, I realized, comes down to first thing, how you do what you do. If you're not good at what you do, no amount of brand is going to help you. Sorry about that. You have to be good at something, right? You have to serve and have a solution, is what Mr. Z called it, right? You have to, if you have no technical skills, nothing's going to save you. Sorry about that. That's just fact, right? So make sure you're good at what you do and you deliver on your promise. That's what people that's what people think they're buying. I use those words deliberately, right? You have to solve the problem, basically. If you not solve the problem, then they won't come back. The second thing I will say to you is, personal branding is about you as a person. A lot of people I talk to, Eric, they don't want to spend time on. I don't want to be the face of my business. Oh! I want my business to have its own entity. I'm like, no, it starts with you. It starts with you. It starts with you, right? Again, going back to my point earlier, it starts with you finding the simple formula. It's a very simple formula, right? So you have to find a way of doing things your way. Yes, you heard me loud and clear, right? Do things your way. Dare to do things your way, because otherwise you're just like everyone else. Why would I come to you if you just like the next person who does what you do? What is your unique thing? What is your special skill? What's a global.media way? I could spend an hour and a half telling you how we work differently to others, right? But all of that comes down to who you are as a person. How do you relate to people? How do you serve people? What sort of person are you? So that's what people are really buying. They think they're buying your expertise, but deep down they're buying you, your personality. So don't be inconsistent with your personality. We all need to get to become likable. That's the word, likable. Likable, like I said, means that we know who you are. We actually like you. You're a decent person. You got good values, good ethics. You keep your promises. You don't stab people in the back. And I could go on. Most of the people do this in business. They get greedy, right? They focus on being a good person, a person that truly loves your clients, that loves people you serve, right? If you can do that, then you can start doing the other things that we'll talk about. You have to aim to influence people, change their lives. Don't go in business just to make money. Go in business to change lives. Again, back to my point. What makes you different? How do you do what you do? That's the game, right? If you can get those right, my friends, personal branding, it means that you don't need to run ads. People will come to you organically. It means that you haven't got to beg people to buy from you because you're who you say you are. You do what you do, and they know all this because they see you all the time, and you're there, right? Let me stop talking now. I could carry on about this topic all day, Eric. It's a great topic as always, my friend.
All right, all right. Thank you so much. That was powerful, powerful, powerful. My goodness, folks. Look, I could have charged you off for this, but I made it free. This is stuff. This is stuff that I had to pay a lot of money for. So appreciate that very much, Annie, and welcome, Aminata. Good to see you. Welcome. I see someone special in the group. I see Angela Z. Davis. So talking about building a personal brand. So this lady, she empowers women all over the country, and I'm actually going to give her an award on my stage. She's going to be a speaker on my stage this year. So I want you guys to all follow her. Follow her. She's helping a lot of women out all over the country doing great work. So thanks for being on today from Ohio, Angela Z. Davis. All right, folks. So we're going to keep going. Welcome, Carl. Welcome, everybody. Again, let us know where you're zooming in from. Put it in the chat, okay? And also put your questions in there. If you have a question, this is the time to ask. Like sometimes, we don't take advantage of things that can help us, right? Now, you want to build a brand, and you reach out to a branding expert, and they charge you $250 for an hour of their time. We're not charging you anything. We all have brands. We're not charging you anything. So this is the time to put in the question. Just say question and then type it in. Okay. Type in the question. All right. So let's keep going. Oh yes, Angela has a book, by the way. I see that there. Yeah. Go to her. Click on her name and go get her book. She definitely does have a book. All right. So let's keep going. So I'm going to share some information with you. Some powerful information, right? Powerful information. So first of all, let's talk about creating your personal brand, because some of you are like, okay, well, Eric, that makes sense, but everything you're saying, but how do I create a personal brand? Well, first thing you have to do is you have to do like a self-assessment, right? What do you want it to be known for, right? What do you want to be known for? What are you good at, right? Who is your target audience? Who do you want to help? That's key. You can't help everybody. Well, I meet with coaches, speakers, and authors every day. And sometimes I meet with someone, I said, so who's your target market? Oh, everybody. If everybody's your target market, nobody's your target market, right? You have to be specific, right? I was talking about Angela Z. Davis a second ago, right? She helps women. She empowers women, right? She has a specialty. She has a group, of ladies that she worked with. She has a specialty, right? So you have to specialize in helping a certain group of people, okay? So once you do that, then you start to help them, and then you want to share social proof. You want people to see how much you're helping them, right? If you go to studiospeaking.com, you'll see probably at least 25, 30 people on my site that I've helped, right? Social proof. Because people need to see that you're doing what you say you're going to do. And by the way, I probably have like 50 of them that I can put up there. But, the guy that put on my website said, it's going to slow down the website if we put more. Like I have a whole bunch, right? So let's go back. So that's basically how you develop the social brand, the personal brand. Okay. And then, like Annie said, focus on the people. Focus on the people. I was speaking with my 13-year-old like last week or something, and he said, so if you come into my garage, you'll see all these gifts that I bought for my speakers. You'll see awards that I'm going to give my speakers next week, right? You'll see everything you see is about people, about helping people, right? And my son said, Dad, you never actually talk about, how much you make and all of that. You just talk about what you want to do for your speakers. All the time, you're just talking about what you're going to do for them. Do they even pay you? Like, yeah, they pay me. They pay me. They really do. But he noticed that the focus was helping your clients. I got on the phone last night at 10 o'clock with one of my speakers. We're going over her slides. People are like, Eric, won't you close your business close at 5 or 6 or 7? No, no, I help people when they need to be helped. Right? That's me. Right? That's me. Right? So don't focus so much on, okay, I just want to make money. Because guess what? Most people are focused on making money, and most people don't make a lot of money. Right? So if you do what everybody else does, you'll have what everybody else has. Focus on your audience. How are you going to give them value on a daily basis? Look, I get referrals from people that have never spoken on my stage, but they're telling everybody about me, right? Because I build a personal brand, and people know that you're going to get value either from speaking on my stage, studiospeaking.com. You're a speaker, you're a coach, you're an author, you want to share your message. Either you get value by speaking on my stage and I share your information with everybody, or you get value from coming to my event virtually and learning from the speakers, right? All right. And I'll give you another example. I was on a call with a lady who she was talking about, we're talking about her speaking on my stage. And then she told me, like, about 8 minutes into the conversation, she said, Eric, I'm so sorry. I forgot that I have to go pick up my son, so I have to go. She said, just go ahead and put the link in the chat and I'll get it. I'll just buy it and then we'll talk later. So I put it in the chat, and it's not cheap, right? It's not cheap to speak on my stage, right? It's thousands and thousands of dollars, right? So she got it. And then later on, I asked her, I said, well, why would you just pay for something? I never told you what it involves. She said, oh, Eric, I follow you. I know you're helping people. Like, I know I'm going to get value. So it didn't even matter how much it was. I'm going to get it. That's because I built a personal brand, right? Another thing, too, I'll tell you this. When I was focused on my sales coaching, I would meet with people who would agree to buy my offer. In other words, become part of my class. And they will tell me that they spoke to another sales coach that's cheaper than me, but they're going with me. Like, they'll say it. They're like, Eric, you're a little pricey. The other guy was much cheaper, but I'm going to go with you. I just believe in what you're doing and how you're going to help me, right? Again, personal brand. All right. So right now, I want to bless you all. I want to bless you all. And let me tell you why. I've been doing events for over 20 years. One lady just contacted me. She's on Facebook. She's a doctor, and she said that she spoke at my event in 2001. She said that back then I was like 19 years old, and now I'm a doctor, right? I'm trying to see if I could get her on my stage. That would be a great testimonial. Whoa, boy. That would be a great testimonial, right? But anyway, yeah, so I've been working with people, helping people. And the reason I started out is because I went to an event when I was in my 20s that changed my life, right? It changed my life because I was just a regular 20-year-old, didn't have any money, just did what every 20-year-old does, goes to the clubs, hangs out, does what everybody does. But then someone convinced me to go to an event, and I heard from thought leaders. I heard from people that I want to be like. And not just the money. Yeah, they're making a lot of money, but they were helping people. And I said, that's what I want to do. I want to help people. So then I started going to these events, and it started to change my mindset. And I realized that for things to change, I have to change. And then before you know it, I'm becoming more successful than my friends. I'm making 6 figures in my 20s. I'm living the life that a lot of my friends wish they could live. Not because I'm better, but because I'm surrounding myself with the right people, right? And then I created a stage for other people. So here's the deal. Next week, actually 7 days from today, Monday of next week, the 26th and the 27th, I have assembled 15 of the best speakers, coaches, and authors in the world to speak at my next event, Impact and Influence. The best of the best, the cream of the crop. And you get to hear it for free. So Carl, if you can put it in the chat for them, how they can get involved, I'm going to share with you real quick some of the topics that you're going to hear. You're going to hear from an AI expert, one of the best in the world. She's not just going to teach you about AI. She'll teach you how to monetize AI. You're going to hear from a wonderful lady who's going to talk about time relations. Do you ever go through the whole day and realize that, wow, I didn't have enough time to do what I want to do? Well, I follow this lady, and she's helped me to be able to manage my time. She doesn't even call it time management. She calls it time strategy or something like that. I love it. But she's going to be on my stage. In fact, we're going to post her video today, so look out for that. All right. You're going to hear from a resilience coach who speaks every month, like multiple times a month, all over the world, and she's going to teach you how to be resilient in your life. You're going to hear from a mindset coach that will tell you about how to set your mindset to change the way you think so that your results are different in 2026. Someone's going to talk about wealth creation. You're going to hear about health and wellness. One of the former Harlem Globetrotters, a great athlete, is going to talk to you about how to stay fit in 2026 without going to the gym. You can do it from home. I didn't know that. He's going to share that with you. You're going to hear from a public speaking coach. If you've always wanted to be a great public speaker, if you want to get comfortable on stage, she is one of the best that you will ever find in the world to teach you how to do that. You're going to hear from her. And I'm not telling you their names because I want you to click on the link and find out who they are. Okay. So that's intentional. Yeah, I'm not telling you. You got to see for yourself. All right. You're going to hear from a lady that helps you write books, just like Annie does, right? She will help you write books, right? And people say, well, why are you promoting her when Annie writes books? Because I don't believe in competition. Annie can make 7 figures and so can she, right? She can do it too. So if all those people that, there's too much competition out there, you have a limited mindset. You need to come and change your mindset. Okay? Come and change your mindset. All right. Leadership coach from New York is coming in. She is incredible. She not just helps people, but families. Then we have a woman from Canada is coming in. She will teach you about courageous conversation. I never even knew that was a thing. Yeah, how to develop your conversations with your family and your coworkers and your friends to maximize what you believe and to maximize your relationships, right? Speaking of relationships, if you're looking for love in 2026, if you're looking for love, I'm not a love doctor, but we have a love doctor in the house. All right, I'm not a love doctor, okay? But we got a love doctor in the house. She's going to show you what you need to do to find that special someone. Right? So those are just a few. Another gentleman, he's actually talking about, hold on one second. I just want to make sure, hold on one second. I want to make sure my LinkedIn is back. Hold on one second. All right. Anyway, if you don't see me on somewhere, just go to LinkedIn or YouTube or something to find me. Okay. All right. And then there's a gentleman that will be speaking about the role of the father in the house. It's a powerful presentation. You don't want to miss it. All right. So those are just a few people, 15 different speakers, 15 different industries. I know you're like, okay, Eric, where's the link? Where's the link? All right. It's in the chat now. It's in the chat. The link. All right. The link is in the chat. Go to successwitheric.com/impact and influence. Call, if you can put it in the chat, we'll make sure you get it. If you don't see it, send me a message. Don't make excuses. Oh, Eric, I would have been there, but I looked for the link and I couldn't find it. Look, no excuses in 2026, all right? Contact me, contact Carl, contact Zion, you'll get the link. Contact Annie, you'll get the link, right? But we want to see you there. We want this year to change your life. Look, it's enough with us saying, well, next year. Yeah, this is the year. No time is promised. No day is promised. Some people, January 1st, they weren't here anymore. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? We got the best for you, right? All right. So click on the link, register. It's free, by the way. Did I say it's free? It's free. Free 99. A friend of mine says free 99. It's free 99. So you have no excuse. Click on. And then look, for those of you who say, well, Eric, you don't understand. I don't have 3 hours. Come for 1 hour. You know, 20 minutes can change your life. 20 minutes can change your life because they all speak for 20 minutes. All right? So we put it in the chat. So that's what I want to share. And I'm going to do this year. Don't say I never gave you anything, because I'm giving you something. All right. These speakers are coming in from all over the country, all over the world. And you don't have to go anywhere. You can watch it from your car. You can watch it from your phone. You can watch it from anywhere. All right. Again, if you don't see me on this LinkedIn, go to YouTube, please. All right. So let's keep going. We are going to go to your questions. We are going to go to your questions. Let's see. Okay, so Kibuka, welcome. Vina, welcome. Good to see you. Vina, good to see you. Welcome. Who else? Belite, I think it's Belite. If I don't pronounce your name correctly, sorry about that. Cyrus is here, as always. Cyrus is here. Welcome. Good to see everybody. Carlene is here. I love it. Good to see you, Carlene. All right, so we're gonna go to the questions. The first question is from Carlene, and here it is. How do you leverage your personal brand to attract the right partnerships or clients? How do you leverage your personal brand to attract the right partners or clients? So I'm going to mute myself. We're going to go with Zion and then Annie, and then I'll be back. And by the way, this is recorded. So if you miss any part of it, just go back. Just go back to LinkedIn or YouTube and watch the whole thing. All right. Go ahead, Zion.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. And Colin, that was a powerful question, talking about attracting the right partnership or clients. If you were here when I was speaking, I mentioned something about talking about what you do. People cannot partner. People cannot work with you when they don't know what you do. So talk about what you do, how you serve people, and the problem that you are solving. It's very, very important. For anyone to want to partner with you, for anyone to want to work with you, they have to know what you do. So it's very important when you build your personal brand on how to leverage it. Talk about what you do like no man's business. It should be like an item for you. It should be something you recite every day. Anywhere you are, this is who I am, this is what I do. And with that, it sinks into people's subconsciousness. And I love what Mr. Eric said earlier, talking about social proof. When you talk about what you do, how you solve problems, and there is social proof for it, I tell you, you will attract the right partnership. You will attract the right client. So thank you so much. I yield my back to you, Mr. Eric.
I totally agree with you, my friend. It is about being who you are and doing what you say you do. And maybe there's one lesson I've learned is that it's not who you say you are. It's who other people say you are. That really matters in branding, right? Carlene, the simple answer from my experience is that, if you're in the right places and you're helping people will see how you do what you do, and they'll see what sort of person you are. Are you someone who truly values the partners you work with, or are you there trying to hog the limelight, trying to sabotage others? As Eric just said, now you can market other people quite happily. Doesn't cost you a single thing. Doesn't even affect your business at all, right? In a negative way. Now, as a partner, that's what people are looking for, right? Your customers want to know, do you do what you say you do? Again, there's a secret in what Eric said earlier, which is easy to miss, right? See, we all do what we do. People might want our skill. That's what our clients want. But they don't. What our clients really want is your friendship, your transformation, the extra that you give. I publish books, right? There were a lot more. Eric mentioned it when he said people call him at 10 o'clock at night, and he will speak to them. That's Eric's way of being. That's what brings clients to him. Because every client he works with will tell their friends, they'll tell their friends, tell their friends, tell their friends. Now Eric has momentum, a big business. Hopefully that helps.
Absolutely, that definitely helps. Thank you so much for that. Great question, Carl.
Eric.
Yeah.
Siri has buttons to make sounds. Obviously you don't, Eric. You look like I'm mad, right?
I don't know. You have to teach me when we get out.
It's not applause. Eric, that's Zion knows.
Okay. When we get off the call, teach me. I'm a student. So teach me. All right. Appreciate it. All right. So thanks for that question. Here's my answer. And this may be unconventional. I didn't learn this in business school. I was a business major. I didn't learn this in business school. Do you know what separates you and why people will be attracted to you is your integrity. That's what separates you. It's your integrity. I was on a call with a lady a couple weeks ago, and she her target market are dentists, and she was excited to speak on my stage. And she said, I just, if I can just get like five to 10 dentists in the crowd sign up for my program. I said, I don't know if you'll have any dentists in the crowd, because those are the people that come to dentists are not the ones that come to my events, right? So I didn't take her money because I knew that's not going to help her, right? So integrity is important, right? Integrity is important. Don't just take people's money if you know you can't help them, right? Another lady, I remember a couple years ago, a lady, she likes my videos and everything, and I don't edit my videos. I don't even know how to edit a video, right? But she's like, Eric, I'll pay you whatever it is so you can teach me all this stuff. And she was ready to pay me all this money. I'm like, that's not what I do. I'm not taking your money. I teach sales. I can't help you with that, right? So integrity is important. Do what you say you're gonna do. Don't promise what you can't promise. Don't promise what you can't deliver. Never promise what you can't deliver. Okay, so that's what I would say. All right, so let's keep going. The next question here is from Coral from across the pond, and it says, from your perspective, what content types are most effective for showcasing expertise and authority? That's a great question. What content types are most effective for showcasing expertise and authority? All right, so we're going to go with Zion and then Annie. All right.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Eric F. King and Cora, for that great question. For me, I would say events. I host events a lot. It's something that has really been effective and helped me showcase my expertise when it comes to building brands online. I host online events. I've hosted over 1,000 online events, and it's been so effective for me. So for anyone, embrace the power of hosting events, online event. I tell you, it's a very transformative journey.
Of course, I agree with the events thing. Yeah, so the days of just posting and posting, it didn't work then, it doesn't work now, right? I think events I put you in front of people definitely make you, when you see us like this, you get to know us instantly. You get to feel us, whether you like us or don't like us or whatever you think, right? It's fine. I'm saying as long as you think something, it's better than thinking nothing at all, right? I say what I would say, the type of content really, I think of what we do every day. I've got a question, right? How does my paint spray machine work? I go to YouTube, I do a search for it, and I find a video for it, right? And I said, I would love a world where we become the ones who answer people's real questions. Make videos that answer people's deep questions, how-to videos. People watch. We all watch Dr. YouTube every day, don't we? We all do. Well, we don't create the content like that actually helps people to solve a problem. Get into that, then you find your YouTube will grow and your personal reputation will grow as well. Eric, back to you, my friend.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. For me, I would just say videos. Videos. If you're listening to the sound of my voice and you're saying, Eric, I will never, ever, ever, ever get on video because I'm just afraid of what people will say. Well, then I'm talking to you. You need to get on video in 2026. 2026, you're going to get on video. Why? Because that builds your authority. That builds your expertise. People know, okay, this person knows what they're talking about. Don't worry about your hair if it's not perfect. It's okay. I don't have any. I'm still good. Okay? I'm still good. Okay? And he doesn't have much either. Don is young, so he still has a lot. But anyway, get on video. Get on video. Tell people what you feel. Don't worry about the naysayers. It doesn't matter what the naysayers say. I have naysayers. Naysayers are a good thing, right? I love naysayers because they drive me. They make me want to do more for the people that I care about, that care about me, right? So video. That's all I would say. All right, so let's see. I have some comments here. Lord have mercy. We have a lot of people on. That's good. 1 second.
One from Carlene. Recently.
Okay.
Is how do you stay?
Okay, I'll look for it. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Colleen. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, Colleen. How do you stay consistent with your personal brand when you're balancing multiple roles or businesses? Great question. All right. So let's do the same order. Let's do the same order. Zion and then Annie. Go ahead.
All right, thank you so much. Another great question: how to balance balance your personal brand, consistency in your personal brand when it comes to doing multiple. One thing I would say: prioritize. Priority is very, very important. I know there's so much to do. If there's one thing I've learned, it's if your personal brand is important to you, in the midst of the many roles you are doing, there is need for you to prioritize your personal brand. So don't just leave it and say because you are doing other roles, you should suffer. No. Balancing is key and prioritizing is very, very important. What are you supposed to do? And when it comes to your personal brand, and for those who are doing other businesses, yes, stipulate a time to say, you know what, this 1 hour or this 2 hour or this 3 hours, I'm going to give it for my personal brand. And when we talk about consistency, it's not just about staying 24 hours a day on your brand. Making sure that that 1 hour that you have stipulated for your brand, it's consistent. You are committed to giving an hour to your brand. You are committed to giving 2 hours to your brand. You are committed to giving 30 minutes to your brand, as the case may be. So prioritizing your personal brand and scheduling a time to say, you know what, I know I'm busy with other things, but this 1 hour is on my brand. For me, that's one way for you to stay consistent and be able to balance your personal brand in the midst of other roles that you are doing. So thank you so much. I yield my back to you, Mr. Eric.
Again, it's another great question, Carleen. Look, we'll wear multiple hats. We'll do many things, and say, but ultimately, this is about who you be. Who are you really? What is a brand image that you want people to know about you? Of course, you want them to know that you're, like I say, you're likable, you're a nice person, you're a lovely person, you care about your customers, you're passionate about your niche, your mission, and there's one thing I think many people might miss in this events like this. We talk about different topics every day, right? But if you listen carefully enough, you find that each of us has a core message. You design your core message, decide what it's going to be, right? It's a mind. I talk mindset half the time. That's my real thing, right? Inspiring people that transformation is what I really want to do. I do that through my services, but also through how I speak, how I show up. What I'm trying to get people not to do, Eric, is to go to one room, say all of this stuff, and then go to another room and say something entirely different. Don't be that person. Be consistent. Your values don't change, right? But that's only true if you come from a good place. Love for your customers, love for your mission. If you can keep that love in your heart, it's very hard to be inconsistent. It's hard to be a different person in different places, right? Of course, making sure your time matters, but focus more on keeping your energy up, your passion for your topic, your passion for your clients. If you can do that, people would know you for what you want to be known for. That's an important thing. I'll leave it there, Eric.
Awesome. Thank you so much. One thing I will say for those of you that have multiple businesses, I think you should focus on one until you are making more than enough, right? So don't be part time in 6 businesses. I mean, you're hurting each business because you're part time in all these businesses and you're not focused, right? Get good at one. When it's making you enough money and you have what you either quit your job or whatever it is, then you can do something else that's related. But don't just people think the more businesses they have, the more money they'll make. It's actually the opposite. Right? You don't have multiple streams of income. You'll have multiple droplets of income. Trust me, I tried that. I tried that. Okay, trying to help you. All right, so that's what I'll say on that. I want to just acknowledge Lawana Bradford. I see her on here. Lawana Bradford, incredible speaker, and she's a media personality, TV, media, all of that. So connect with her as well. She's from Georgia. She does a great job over there. Okay. She's also an author too. Want to let's see. I want to also. There's somebody on here. I don't see him anymore. I don't see him anymore. Anyway, so let's keep going. Another question here. Another question. Oh, Dr. Roxana, welcome. Good to see you. Another question here is from Coral. Give me 1 second and I'll get to it. This is a good question too. Let's see. Let's see. Coral. Wow, we have so many people here. It's hard to find. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is a good question. All right. So, what mistakes should entrepreneurs avoid when building a personal brand? That's a good one. Mistakes, what you need to avoid. All right. So we got like 9 minutes. So the panelists, if you could just real quick on these, real quick, and then we'll keep it moving. Go ahead. Zan, go ahead.
All right. Yes, I was ready. One of the mistakes that entrepreneurs, should not make when it comes to building personal brand is a mistake of comparison. It is very, very important. That's a mistake that a lot of people make. Comparison with other brands, with other people, and it's something that has really affected a lot of people. You are you. You are you. And no matter how the brands look similar or they might be doing what you're doing, they cannot be you. So acknowledge the fact that you are different, you are unique, and what you do is uniquely yours is key and very, very important. So one mistake you should not make is the mistake of comparison. You might be doing the same thing, does not mean you are the same. So focusing on yourself is key. It's very important because in the billions of people on this earth, there is no one like you. So nobody can do it the way you do it. And knowing that truth will just set you apart and make you be different. So remember, there is no comparison. The sky is big enough for everyone to fly, even if we decide to fly at the same time. We all can, like Eric said, we all can, if we are doing the same thing, we all can be making 7 figures at the same time, and we can still live well. There will still be enough clients, enough people to work with. So avoid comparison and focus on yourself. So that's my take on that. Thank you so much. I really like my team. Sorry.
I would say don't spend your days recoloring your logo. Don't spend your days reformatting your website if you have one. Do the job. That's what we're here for, right? Serve people. Whatever that means to you, serve people. Don't waste time on the look as if that's important. The tweaks ain't gonna get you anywhere. It's how you do what you do, serving real people, that is going to make you money in the end. Focus on that. And of course, integrity, Eric mentioned honesty earlier. I said, make sure you focus on what you do and who you do it for. The reason we have a target audience, don't try and be everything to all men and women. It's not going to work. Eventually, you're going to drop the ball somewhere. Then suddenly you look like, you have no real honesty in you. But focus on your thing. Stay in your lane, maybe. But serve people from there. Don't just try and be scattergun, because then you're good for nothing. Then.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Great tips, folks. Another tip I would share is don't just try and sell all the time. Like I see some people, they get on their page and it's like, you know me, I'm the realtor. If you need a house, the next day, again, I'm the realtor. If you want a house, call me. And that's all we hear. Like, it would be nice for you to give us a few tips on what to do when you're looking to buy a house, right? What to do about financing, what to do about this, right? So give some free information out there to draw people in so they can get to know you. People don't just take out their credit cards unless they know you or they know, like, and trust you, right? So that's a big problem. Some people, it's always just like, I just want to sell, make money. And they wonder why no one's buying. I posted 17 times about this product. Not one person bought. Something is wrong. Something's wrong with these people. I'm sorry. No, nothing's wrong with the people. It's just that that's, the way people work is, here it is. They want to see that you can actually help them first. Give them some free information, and then, they'll probably buy from you. All right. So thank you, Cole. If you're here live, put in hashtag live. Hashtag live. For those of you watching on replay, put in hashtag replay. Okay. I see you, Simi. Simi's here from Nigeria. Good to see you. Coach Sean Michael is here. Awesome. Awesome. We have a lot of people here. Yeah. So, and again, you can watch this again, folks. You can watch this again. I want to say this before we end. If you weren't here at the beginning, we have a special event. This is the biggest and the best event I've ever put together. I know I think I'm what do you call it, frozen there on the screen, but it doesn't matter because you can hear me, right? It doesn't matter. Like, we are here no matter what, folks. If YouTube goes down, we're somewhere else. We're on LinkedIn. If LinkedIn goes down, we're on Facebook. Nothing is stopping us. We cannot be stopped. We're going to help people no matter what. And if you want to go for the ride, let's go. Let's go. Next week, this time, this day, the Monday next week, the 26th and the 27th, I am holding an event, Impact and Influence, 15 of the best speakers, coaches, and authors you have ever seen in your life. If you don't believe me, click on the link and check out their profiles and follow them. I follow half of them, like already, right? I learned from them, right? Click on the link. Call, just put it in LinkedIn. It's in Instagram. It's just Eric F. King all over the website, all over the internet. Find me. Click on it. It's free. You can get the upgrade if you want. If you want, to get a lot of my digital assets, fine. But you don't have to. You don't have to, right? You can just show up for free. All right. So I want to share that before we end. We have 3 minutes. Any final words in 1 minute, Zion, and 1 minute, any final words?
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. It's been a powerful conversation today. One thing I will encourage you, it's building your personal brand. It's very important and it's possible. Put yourself out there online. Let people see you. Stay visible. Stay consistent. Create value. And lastly, create from a place of integrity. Be real, be honest, and keep being yourself. So thank you so much. I yield my back to you.
Well said, my friend. Well said. Look, the thing, my thing is be who you are all the time. It makes it so much easier to show up as the real you. Many people have different ideas of what a good person looks like. I'm sure you don't. You know what a good person looks like, right? I can't say enough. You have to love your clients, love what you do, and love yourself. Show up as that person. I think we're born with goodness in our hearts. Who knows where we suddenly discover evil, anger, anxiety, and all those things, right? Leave those things behind. Be your best self when you show up in the world, even your personal life. Be that person. And that's ultimately how you're going to do business.
Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. All right, folks. My dream is to make your dream come true. All right. Whether you're a speaker, you're a coach, you're an author, you just want to show up at my free events, whatever it is, I'm here for you. It has been a plum-pleasing pleasure to be here with you, as well as a privilege. And we will see you next week. No podcast next week, because we're all focused on impact and influence. Right, I'm gonna be sending you pictures and videos from the site, from the studio, this time next week. So we'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.